Welcome, people. And this is an episode of the Hive Assembly FPL Podcast. Man, I'm not good at this hosting thing. I don't know. I mean, Uti is under the weather today, so I'm deputizing for him. Anyway, this is Bond, and, the usual suspects are here. And, we'll start with SalviFc, SalviFc is here. SalviFc is at the back, like I said. Uti is a bit, to the world. Yeah. We have StickdatboiFC. Yes, as usual. We have, Prof Oskie.
Consistent Prof Oskie.
Get me. And then we have a guest in the house. Allow, Prof to introduce this guest because he's been looking forward to introducing this guest. So let him do the honors.
Okay. So I'm going to introduce one of the best FPL players in Nigeria. He's actually just over 200 in Nigeria. And that's pretty high. He's less than 40K in the world. He's one man who tops me on my league. I mean, he's first and I'm second. So with all due respect, I want to introduce to you Branthebroken, Shay Marcus. So when you talk about FPL heads, when you talk about experience, you guys are going to hear a lot today, and it will be interesting. Please listen to him closely for last game.
Welcome to the Hive Assembly.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I feel honored to be introduced by Prof. Prof is actually one of very few players I respect so much because every season is always someone that sometimes I look at him and I say, is he using jazz? Because he does some things like you just wonder like, how do you do it? But it's good to be here today, and I think we're going to have a bit of fun.
Welcome, Shay.
Welcome. So as we do every week, let's do a brief run through of all the games. So the highlights and lowlights of what went down. So let's start with, now.
Okay, so for this last game week...
Soros, okay.
So if I go into what happened and what didn't happen, I actually forgot to change my team. So I scored 50 points. That being said, yeah. So yeah, that's just about it. 50 points. So please, Tiki.
Oh wow, is that all? Okay, yeah. StickdatboiFC. I finished with 7.
Wait, before we go in, I mean, you're supposed to give us the highlight of your team, the best.
Fit. So just listen.
Okay, so who was your captain?
But why do this to me?
No, we have to go real quick.
Okay, so my captain choice Coutinho.
Okay, so that you best basically say that's where the problem started.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on from there.
StickdatboiFC.
Yes.
So I finished with 67 points, even though I have Simicast on the bench. Okay, let me just run through my team.
No, I'm not running through your team. Do your highlights and your lowlights.
Okay, so the highlights of game week 37 for me was Vardy and Madison. I also had Watkins too. So those were the lowlight was, I captained Son and he didn't perform.
Okay. Not bad. Prof Oskie?
All right, I think I'll finish at 99 points, which is 1 point under 100. It's another...
It's fine. It's fine.
It's. I mean, my high points. I'll start with my low points. I didn't. My defense line didn't do good. It was Cody, Anderson, and Cash. It didn't do good, but I did well with my attacking line, which is Richarlison and Vardy, and I triple capped on Richarlison. Another high point is the fact that I'll be winning one of my head-to-head leagues because I went head-to-head with Salvi this game week, and that win has crowned me the winner of the total league for this game week. I took it serious. I messed him up.
So I see you use your triple captain.
Yeah, I did.
And that's Richarlison.
Richarlison. So I'm going to end up on 57 points with him alone.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Richarlison alone.
We can see your highlights. Okay. So like, let's moving on. Let you not rub it in too much.
Post election,
Okay. So for Branthebroken, I'm going to end the week with 70 points, pretty average. I captained Son, which was the wrong choice. But I think the highlight is Richarlison, obviously, with 18 points. Then Sessegnon as well, who I got 8 points from. Then Kane, 7, Digne, 8. So I think it was just a pretty average week for me.
Okay. So, well, this has been the BFC, before we forget myself. I did all right. We got 69 points.
Wow.
See, what was wow? Wow. Is that a good wow or a bad wow?
No, considering where you're coming from.
See. I got the highest points last week as well. I just wasn't here. I got 140.
Yeah, you had 140.
142 last week. Please. Just because I had a dip with crypto. I'm coming around, don't worry. Next season, like Arsenal. Anyway, so my highlights were probably Maddison and Richarlison did it. My low lights were my back line and then Schmeichel missing the first game. What the hell was that? And then, of course, I captained De Bruyne. 4 points. So, yeah, I think I could have done much better if,
So on the Yard Fantasy League, right? I see that you're below Sule FC and Sticky, but I looked at it again and I see that if you do well in the last game week, if you listen to Branthebroken properly,
I'm coming for consultancy.
Yeah, I think if you do very well, you'll finish above them.
It's possible. Anything is possible. But this guy, Sticky is tough.
What above me?
No.
Calm down. Okay, so
respect you.
after saying you ran through him head to head. Okay, so let's take a quick break. Salvi, right now, your voice can't shout. You see, you're far away from the microphone. It's just nothing's working with 20 points. So let's take a break and be right back. And we're back. This is the Hive Assembly podcast. And, the usual suspects are here. So let's do something different this time as a final game week. So let's preview. Let's look at the players that we should have, in defense, attack, goalkeepers. So let's do it, so Shay, let's start. No. Let's go. Let me look for someone else. Let's go goalkeepers. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do.
Go defense.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do goalkeepers. So, Prof Oskie.
So quickly, I'll just run through. I really do not believe in using expensive goalkeepers because I feel like you can also have defenders who would also give you assist points. So I don't like to use defenders and goalkeepers from the big teams. Or I like to use. So I'm going to start with Ramsdale because you say it's not exactly a big team. Then, but yeah. Considering everything that's been going on,
don't use it exactly. Did I know a big team right now?
Okay, but Ramsdale going against Everton, who has already qualified, looks to be a good choice. And I would also go with Schmeichel as well. Schmeichel against Watford, even though he's playing away, looks to also be a good choice. Who will I choose for my third goalkeeper? Let me just let me try and bring somebody from one of the big teams. Yeah, for those people who like to use the big team goalkeepers, I'll take a goalkeeper from Man City, right? Because again, we're almost sure that with the seriousness Man City will use on that day, they will not. The other team will not have a chance to have the ball enough to score a goal. Yeah, so those are my three choices for goalkeepers.
Okay, so I think anyone wants to debate on that? Is anything you want to add to the goalkeeper?
I can consider Pope playing Newcastle last game. They need the game badly, so.
Anybody playing Newcastle? I think Newcastle is too dicey right now. They don't score.
That's risky.
But Bolly at home,
I think another goalkeeper we should look at is Mendy. I don't know if you mentioned Mendy.
Oh yeah,
Mendy. Yeah, Chelsea is playing Watford. And if you see Watford, I don't think they're playing for anything. The manager is already leaving them. So I think that.
So wait, who's Leicester playing then?
Leicester is playing Southampton.
Leicester is playing Southampton. I
was confused. I was like, 2 Watfords.
Yeah, I knew they had an easy team. Yeah.
Okay. So let's
Leicester is at home.
Yeah.
Leicester is at home. So.
Yeah.
But Leicester, they're a weird team. They seem to just ship in goals, So let's see. Let's go to defense, So stick that boy. What you got for us?
I'll pick 5-6 defenders that would probably do well. First of all, I'll go with Cancelo. Considering that this particular last game week is very important, and moving forward, Cancelo is always bringing forward play, and he could do anything, and also keep clean sheets. I mean, considering how good City have been, and I'll also go with Alonso. Alonso is playing Watford, and I don't think Watford are a threat. Also, I'll go with Spurs defender Sanchez or Sessegnon. Sessegnon because is quite cheap, and recently he has been giving some attack, and it's quite okay for him. I also go with let me see.
Anyone can add anything?
Yeah.
So for me, looking at Trent, didn't play last game week, was rested. And be very fresh against Wolves. Wolves are always to play for, so Liverpool should be up and running that game. Then again, I'm looking at Alonso again. Alonso has been, so when Chelsea conceded scores or assists, and they're playing Watford, they always play for also. So those are the defenders you might consider.
Speak to the mic, man. You guys, I don't understand, man.
Yes,
man.
I think it'll be okay to double up on Man City defenders. It always works. And double up on City defenders as well. If you have,
I'm going for Cancelo and Laporte. So I already have them on my team, and they're not leaving.
But I think if you have two Chelsea defenders, Alonso and James, you should keep them. James, I don't think Watford will be scoring against Chelsea.
That's true.
I don't see them scoring. So that might be a cheap way to earn points. And if you look at Alonso and James, the way they play, they're very attacking. So the chances are you're going to get enough points from that.
Okay. So I think we have defense covered. Let's go to the midfield,
Okay. For midfield, I think the first thing I would say is for managers to target teams like City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Spurs. So for my team example, I have Saka, because for Arsenal, whatever comes from Arsenal comes from Saka basically, and they're playing Everton at home, who won't be fighting for anything. But Arsenal can still make the top four if Spurs should lose and they win against Everton, and I think Arsenal would win. And if Arsenal wins, Saka will most likely score, especially the fact that he's on penalties. Mount is another good option. Just like I said earlier, Watford, it's a really terrible team, I can say. And I see Mount doing very well. He didn't start today, I think. I was on the bench. I expect him to start. KDB, obviously. KDB at home is always giving double digits most times. So everyone should have KDB. If you can't afford KDB, you can look at a player like Mahrez. Mahrez is always on PK. I think last two games he didn't start. He started the last game. And most times when he starts games like that, it starts like 2, 3, 4 games. So I think Mahrez would start for that game. So that's another player you should have. Then Leicester playing at home against Southampton. That's the last game of the season, playing in front of their fans. I think Maddison and Barnes are two very good options. Then lastly, I would say Son, obviously. Everyone will be going for Son. I think that will be the most popular captain choice for the week. But I'm somehow skeptical. I just think something funny might happen. Maybe the Arsenal fan in me is...
So I didn't hear Salah in this year list though.
Nah, I don't have Salah in my team. I don't think Salah, if you are going to pick any Liverpool player, I think, what's his name? Diaz should be the option because he didn't start last game. So I think Diaz would start this. And because of the Champions League final, I don't think they'll want to risk Salah.
What Bowen?
And Salah is on yellow. I was going to talk about Bowen as well.
Okay, you guys can talk about Bowen.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Bowen as well. Man said West Ham is playing for something. Yeah. If Man U drops the ball on the last game week, then and West Ham wins, then they go to Europa. Man U goes to Conference League, and it's looking like it can be like that. Yeah, and if anything happens with West Ham, it comes through just one player, and that's Bowen. So if you have Bowen, please keep him.
Okay, so let's now go to the attack. So Salvi, let's finish it up strong.
My first person I look at sports player Kane. Then Calvert-Lewin is the form for Everton. I was going to go for Charlton, but Calvert-Lewin seemed to have other knack of scoring some important goals. So yeah, Calvert-Lewin, then Jesus, Man City.
Are you considering Calvert-Lewin is playing against Arsenal?
That's not considered.
Okay.
That's not considered. So I'm not saying they will win, but that's not considered. Yeah, so then another player, I have a feeling Ivan Toney will turn up against Leeds.
Okay.
These are, they've been poor with the past 3 games, and I think they would have a red card and Toney will be on penalties, so they're not a good choice. So for now, those are my strikers I'm looking at. And chip in if you have any other options.
I have Vardy. Vardy has proven.
Oh yeah, so I didn't mention Vardy. Yeah.
Okay.
Lukaku. What do you think? Yeah, because they're playing Watford.
Lukaku.
Who do you think would start? Would you think they'll go with Lukaku or they'll go with Havertz?
Havertz is not fully.
I think Lukaku will start.
He's not fully fit.
I think Lukaku will start. But another striker you guys are not mentioning, I think Nketiah.
I was going to say
Nketiah will be playing like it's going to be an audition match for him because he has chances of going to other clubs or staying. And they are playing Everton. If you see the way Everton celebrated tonight, I don't think that team will be in the best frame of mind to play on Sunday. I'm not worried
that every time they want to freshen the side and bring in.
No, I think he's going to start. I think he's going to start Eddie because he has always wanted to start Eddie. It's just that it was just not right. From his interviews, you see the way he talks about Eddie. He blames himself for not giving him more chance to play. So I think Eddie will definitely start, and I think he's going to score against Everton.
All right then.
I suspect a brace.
A brace.
Wow. By Eddie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'll keep him.
No. So you see the thing. It's about substituting, removing or leaving, right? I'll rather Eddie on that list. I'd rather Nketiah on that list than Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
List, yeah.
Most definitely. Or Richarlison.
I'd rather Richarlison, better player, but because of what the match stands for, right? I just think we should sub Nketiah for Everton players. Yeah. What
do you think? Because we've not talked a lot about Tottenham. They're playing, Norwich.
So I mentioned Kane. That was my first.
So Kane was mentioned in attack. Son was mentioned in midfield.
Yeah, no.
Two defenders were mentioned in
defense. So
Session.
For the Norwich game, I think that game would suit
Kulu.
Son
okay.
More than Kane, because Norwich will be playing in front of their fans like the last game of the season. I think they want to go all out for it. So when teams push up against Spurs, the person who get most points is always Son. You understand? When they have teams that sit back, that's when you get probably Kane, because Son doesn't get the space to run behind defense. So I think Son, if you have Son and Kulusevski, it will be better than having Son and Kane. So Son Kuli is better than Son Kane.
Are you guys listening to this analysis?
That's why it's so far.
So we're going to take a quick break. And then we come back, we'll end it. Welcome back. This is the Hive Assembly FPL podcast. And it's the final game week of the season. We all have to be like the top strikers and finish strong, give them, So let's go through the room and see what, people are, I can say we're just concentrating on their phones. You're just, Salvi trying to make sure he doesn't do another 20. Okay. So yes, let's start with you, Salvi. What you got?
All right, quick one. In attack, I have Jesus, Kane, and Edin Nketiah. In midfield, I'm bringing in De Bruyne, Son. By the way, I'm playing my favorites. Mount, Bowen, Mbeumo. Defense, Cancelo, Matip, Olgate, Alonso, and one funny guy. Then in goal, I'm going to keep Schmeichel and I still keep Goethe. Yeah, so my captain, Kane.
Okay. So from behind, I have from behind I have Schmeichel in goal. Okay. From behind I have Schmeichel in goal. Alonso, TAA and Cancelo at the back. In midfield I have Saka, Son, De Bruyne, Maddison, and in attack I have Vardy, Nketiah and Gerhardt. I'm captaining Son, and I'm using my last chip, triple captain.
Whoa.
That's nice. So you kept your triple captain till a single game week.
You have a catch yours, girl. If you catch your foot.
It might get to me. Okay, guys. So I brought in De Bruyne, Bowen, and Sessegnon for this game week. I'm also going to be playing my bench boost, and so you know my regular players. You know the people I have already. I'm going to captain De Bruyne because I think Man City will go out with fire, and I hope to finish with between 70 and 80 points humbly.
Professor's professor.
Prof's prof.
Okay, for myself, I'll be playing with 4-5-1, Schmeichel in goal. Defense, I have Cancelo, Laporte, Arnold and Alonso. For my midfield, Saka, Son, Mount, KDB and Barnes. Then in attack, I have Nketiah.
Fire.
For my captain this week, I'll be standing with KDB for now. But the options I have, it's going to be between KDB, Mount, and Son. So that's
Okay, so
give any chance of.
So let me run through my own quickly.
Let's give any chance.
I swear, I'll catch up.
You know.
No, I'm not planning to catch up. Yeah,
So let me
I
run
can't
through my
catch
own
up.
team.
It's 80 points difference.
80 or 60.
Nah, it'll have dropped this week now. You drop this week.
So my team, I have Schmeichel at goal. So yeah, I've already, I've got Cancelo, James, Laporte, Klein at the back. I might take out Klein. Then in midfield, Saka, Maddison, De Bruyne, Son, Gordon, and then Nketiah, up front. Yes, I'm captain De Bruyne or Son. I'm not sure which yet, but I'm expecting that one of those two.
Salvi, you know that no matter how much tomato you chop, you know if you catch up.
But
That's
We waited all season.
But I'll be bowing out as the outgoing champion.
Oh yeah,
I hope you can be champion one day.
Hey.
I mean, I have been champion. Why I have been champion?
Okay.
And I'll be second 2 consecutive seasons. Consistency.
that's consistent.
So, gentlemen, before we get sidetracked, let's finish this. The final game week of the season. So let's know let's get our predictions. Who's going down?
Leeds from SalviFc.
What do you think? Who do you think is going down?
Burnley.
Burnley. Who do you think is going down?
I would rather Burnley goes down and Man City wins the league.
Interesting. You didn't say who do you think guys think?
City all day.
City.
It's a no-brainer. It has to be City.
So profs. Who do you?
Yeah, I think City will win the league and Leeds will be going back to the championship.
Yeah.
So just one final thing.
Top 4.
Keep an eye on Norwich Spurs.
I see. I think this is all wishful thinking from an Arsenal.
From an Arsenal point of view,
I personally think that there's going to be a whitewash, and Spurs will probably spell Norwich, which is about 6.
Let me tell you what I think about the last game week. I think there's going to be one drama. I don't know where it's coming from. So it's either it's coming from the top.
Or the last.
No, I don't think. I think Leeds will go, but I think City against Aston Villa. Or Norwich against Spurs. I think there's going to be a problem in one of those games. I don't know which one, but that's just the way I feel.
Okay, we'll.
What about West Ham, Man U,
Man is going to the Conference League. That's Man is going to the Conference League.
Yeah, funny enough, that's where I feel
It should be.
there will be something on the final day. I think Man U will go to the Conference League.
Okay. So thank you. And yes, goodbye.
Man, thank you.